The world stood still. It was as if time itself had paused, holding its breath in disbelief. June 25, 2009. News flashed across screens, sending shockwaves through every corner of the globe. The king of pop was gone. Michael Jackson, the man who had revolutionized music and dance, was no more. Michael Jackson, at the young age of 50, was pronounced dead. It was sudden. It was shocking. The world was left in a state of collective mourning. How could someone so full of life be gone so soon? His energy, his passion, his unparalleled talent snuffed out in an instant. Fans around the globe mourned. They gathered in cities, towns, and villages, lighting candles and sharing memories. The music industry was in shambles. Studios fell silent, and award ceremonies felt hollow without his presence. It felt like a bad dream, a surreal nightmare from which no one could wake. But as the initial shock subsided, questions started to arise. Whispers turned into shouts. Something didn't feel right. The circumstances of his death seemed too mysterious, too sudden. Was it really just a tragic end to a troubled life, or were there darker forces at play? His life had been filled with both triumphs and tribulations, or was there something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? Theories and speculations began to swirl. The world held its breath, waiting for answers. Press conferences were held, but clarity remained elusive. Little did they know the mystery was just beginning. The story of Michael Jackson's death would unfold in ways no one could have predicted, leaving an indelible mark on history. The official story seemed straightforward. Michael Jackson had died from acute propofol intoxication. It was a lethal cocktail administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. Murray claimed he was only trying to help Jackson sleep, battling insomnia before his comeback tour. A trial ensued. The world watched, captivated. The evidence was damning. Empty vials, conflicting stories, and a doctor's negligence laid bare. Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. But for many, the verdict didn't bring closure. The official story felt too simple, too convenient. The whispers continued. Were they about to uncover a conspiracy that went far deeper? A rumor began to circulate, spreading like wildfire through the internet. It started as a whisper, a mere speculation, but soon it grew into a full-blown theory that captured the imagination of millions. What if Michael Jackson wasn't dead? What if the king of pop had found a way to escape the relentless pressures of fame? What if he orchestrated the whole thing? Could it be possible that he meticulously planned his own disappearance? The pressure, the scrutiny, the relentless media attention, it was all too much for anyone to handle. The constant invasion of privacy, the never-ending cycle of rumors and scandals, it was a life under a microscope. This theory proposed that Jackson, desperate for peace, decided to disappear. He longed for a life away from the spotlight, a life where he could find solace and tranquility. He faked his own death, escaping to a life of anonymity. With careful planning and the help of trusted confidants, he slipped away unnoticed, a life free from the burdens of fame. Imagine the freedom of walking down the street without being recognized, of living without the constant fear of paparazzi. Proponents point to supposed sightings and cryptic messages hidden in his music. They believe that Jackson left behind clues, breadcrumbs for those willing to look closely. Could the king of pop really pull off such an elaborate ruse? The idea seems like something out of a movie, a grand illusion performed on the world stage. The idea seemed outlandish to some, a fantastical escape for a troubled soul. Skeptics argue that such a plan would be impossible to execute without leaving a trace. But for others, it was a glimmer of hope in the face of immense loss. The thought that Michael Jackson might still be out there living a peaceful life brought comfort to his fans. Whether true or not, the theory continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to the enduring legacy of Michael Jackson. Then, there were the darker theories. The ones that whispered of unseen hands pulling the strings of our world. The ones that spoke of powerful forces working in the shadows. The Illuminati. A name that sends shivers down the spine, evoking images of clandestine meetings and secret agendas. A secretive organization, rumored to control governments and industries with their fingers in every pie. From the highest echelons of politics to the deepest recesses of the financial world, their influence is said to be all-encompassing. Some believed Jackson had become a threat to their power. His unparalleled fame and his fearless voice made him a beacon of hope and change. He was outspoken, questioning the music industry, challenging the status quo. He dared to speak out against the injustices he perceived, and this made him a target. His message of love and unity, his immense influence, and his ability to mobilize millions of fans worldwide were seen as a threat to the established order. It all made him a target. The theory suggested that his growing influence and his boldness in addressing controversial issues put him in the crosshairs of those who wished to maintain control. They silenced him, the theory claimed. The idea that such a powerful voice could be muted by unseen forces was both terrifying and plausible to many, eliminating a voice that had grown too loud, too powerful, a voice that had the potential to inspire change on a global scale. It was a chilling thought, a conspiracy that chilled fans to the bone. The idea that their beloved idol could be a victim of such a sinister plot was almost too much to bear. Had their idol become a pawn in a much larger game? A game where the stakes were nothing less than the control of the world itself? Section 5. Money, money, money. Others believed the motive was far more straightforward. Greed. Michael Jackson's music catalog was a gold mine worth an estimated $500 million or more. His death, conveniently, would send its value skyrocketing. The beneficiaries, the record companies, the estate executors, anyone who stood to profit from his passing. Had they orchestrated his demise to cash in on his legacy? It was a cynical theory, fueled by the dark side of the music industry. But in a world driven by money and power, was it really so far-fetched? Section 6. Whispers of conspiracy. In the months leading up to his death, Michael Jackson had become increasingly paranoid. He feared for his life. He spoke of people wanting him dead, of conspiracies against him. Were these just the ramblings of a troubled mind, or were they desperate cries for help? Some believe these warnings were dismissed too easily, that those around him, those who claimed to care, were too caught up in their own agendas to see the danger. Had they ignored the signs? Had they turned a blind eye to the threats against him? His words, echoing from beyond the grave, painted a chilling picture. Section 7. A doctor's deadly mistake. While some searched for grand conspiracies, others pointed to a simpler, albeit tragic, explanation: medical negligence. Dr. Conrad Murray, though convicted, maintained his innocence. He claimed he was following Jackson's orders, administering the propofol at his request. Was it possible that Jackson, desperate for sleep, had pushed his doctor too far? Had his insomnia and reliance on medication created a deadly cocktail that ultimately led to his demise? It was a tragic end to a troubled life, a stark reminder of the dangers of prescription drug abuse. But for some, it still didn't explain everything. The lingering questions remained. Years have passed since that fateful day. Yet, the mystery surrounding Michael Jackson's death continues to captivate and confound. The official story, the conspiracies, the unanswered questions, they all linger. Was it a tragic accident, a calculated murder, or a meticulously planned escape? The truth, like so many things about Michael Jackson, remains elusive. The evidence is open to interpretation, the theories continue to swirl, and the world is left to grapple with the enigma that was Michael Jackson. But one thing is certain: Michael Jackson's legacy endures. His music continues to inspire and move millions. His impact on the world of entertainment is undeniable. He was a musical genius, a visionary performer, and a cultural icon. And his death, regardless of the circumstances, left a void that can never be filled. The king of pop may be gone, but his music lives on, and with it, the mystery of his death continues to captivate the world. The search for truth is a human endeavor. We strive to understand, to make sense of the world around us. And when it comes to the death of Michael Jackson, the search continues. Some may never be satisfied with the official story. Others may find solace in their chosen theories. But the journey for answers, the pursuit of understanding, is a testament to the enduring impact of Michael Jackson. He was more than just an entertainer. He was a phenomenon that sparked endless fascination and debate. The king of pop is dead. Long live the king. Michael Jackson's music will continue to soundtrack our lives. His dance moves will forever be imitated, and the mystery surrounding his death will likely endure for generations to come. Was it a tragic accident, a sinister plot, or something else entirely? The answer, perhaps, lies somewhere in between. Or perhaps it's a question that will never be truly answered. But one thing is for sure. Michael Jackson, in life and in death, continues to fascinate, intrigue, and inspire. The king may be gone, but his legend lives on.